Hey folks, this is ioEther and we're back with some more World of Tanks. As you can see, this is Great Bob on the new Fisherman's Bay. This is a tier 9 game and is AMX 1357. So this is a tier 7 premium French death machine is an appropriate term. But technically it's a light tank with an autocannon. However, this thing has a giant mag, as you can see. I don't remember how many shells. 8, maybe? Maybe 10. I don't remember. Either way, it's a lot of shells. You can count them as he shoots people. Anyway, so before we get into this game, as always, if you think this deserves an MVP, please hit the like button. And if you want to see more of this kind of content, please subscribe. And all things, thank the Patreons, for they are amazing. And as Bob finishes his scouting run, he gets lit. He doesn't really like stuff, so that's the opposite of what you want to do for a scouting run, by the way. I'm going to keep harassing Bob because this tank is amazing. And if he'd gone the other way and been over here, where this T-43 is, then he would have lit a whole bunch of things. He does light a Tiger, which unfortunately he bounces the first shell. And then he starts doing some real damage to it. I don't really know why he backed off. I think he thought the Tiger was going to light him, but at that range the Tiger was unlikely to. This thing's got pretty good camo, and by the time he was firing, he was stopped long enough that his camo net had triggered, and so he was actually in a great spot to just continue firing into that poor Tiger, who would have stayed there and just, you know, as actually happened, gets himself shredded. So on this map, if you're pushing up this way in a heavy tank, don't take the shortcut. So many tanks do this. So many tanks get themselves destroyed by doing this. It's not worth your time. Go along the back of the ridge and then up and around. It's worth it. You'll actually make it to your destination, whereas that Tiger never will. And good lord, look at the reload rate on this thing. This thing can unload a clip faster than it it has any business doing. Good lord, your gun would like sizzle and melt. Wait, is there a Bond player in this game? Oh, there is. There's a Bond player in the other team. Okay, that's my old clan. Hey guys, you guys are getting wrecked. Ooh, nice job on the IS-2. So as you can tell, with this thing, the basic job is to run up as close as you can to the enemy, stop when you have their flank or their side or their back or some sort of ambush position, and then just annihilate, throw as many shells into them as you possibly can, and then hope for the best. This thing doesn't do a lot of damage per shell, but it fires so many shells that drastically makes up for it. And they come out of this gun so quickly that it's just not worth me trying to like commentate about them at all. They just happen. This poor SU thinks that he's going to be okay. He thinks he got away. He's going to get to this ridge line and he thinks he's going to be okay. But we're already getting spying damage off of him. I guess by now he probably knows that something lit him. I don't know if he knows what lit him, but he probably suspects. Now he knows. Now he knows exactly what lit him. But I don't think he's facing this direction. So, yeah, I see he's still running away. He's still... Oh, that's an artillery, though. That was facing in this direction. Forget the artillery. Yep, you need to be looking for the SU. Track it if you can. Come on, bud. Don't run in front of that gun. You got so lucky. So what do you do in this situation, assuming, you know, you're charging something like an SU-100 or an ISU-152? That's what I was trying to say this entire time. The first thing you do is you track it. I don't care what tank you're in. Track it. Just aim while you're on the move. Take the time. Aim in. fire for the front drive track on the side that's closest to you. Take its tracks off. Preferably do damage while you do so, but priority is take its tracks off. If you can take its tracks off, even for the like half second or a second, or if you're lucky 2 seconds, that it takes this guy to realize his track is off, and he needs to put it back on with a repair kit, assuming he has one, that gives you time to get past him. Because if you can get to the side or the back of an ISU, it's game over, done. He is dead in the water, assuming you have a turret. If you don't have a turret, things get a little bit more dicey. You get to play some fun games. But assuming he has a turret, if you can just take his tracks off, or you don't have a turret, you take his tracks off, get beside him, get behind him, do damage to him when he's not able to put the gun at you. And never, ever, 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 ever run back in front of that gun. Unless you are A, suicidal, or B, don't care if you die. Yes, those are the same things. Don't run back in front of that gun. It is never going to be worth your time to do so. Not unless you have utter confidence in your armor. And if you're driving anything that's going to be able to do this, like a light tank or a medium tank, you're not going to have the armor to deal with an ISU head on. Right? So now the IS is by far the lesser threat. So he needs to focus down the ISU, but he's not going to... See, he's only got 2 rounds left. That is not going to kill an ISU. The reason he's only got 2 rounds left is that he's been firing off rounds and not necessarily penning. There's only, 2 penning shots of his entire clip here, with a bunch of them just ricocheting off the armor because he was auto-aiming. And I get why he was auto-aiming. But right now would be a really great time to have 5 shells, right? Yep, so he puts that one in. Oh, and he gets lucky and an ally saves him. And then he gets back out of there. And the IS somehow missed. Okay. Now he's just going to use this IS for his target practice from his allies, and they're going to slowly take him apart. He's going to get shot, and then he's just going to come in and murder this poor IS. Nope. Yeah. Wait till he's unspotted, and then he can walk out in front of this. Yeah, now he can pull up over here. Yep, now that he's on... Come on, you're not spotted. I don't know what he's doing. Come on, pull up. Ah, there you go. Now he's lit somehow, though. I don't know what lit him. There's only 3 tanks left on the enemy team. One of them was on the other side of... I don't know. I think it was a bug in the game. There's no way he should have got lit at that point in time. He's trying to save his T-59, or his Type 59. Does in fact do so at that particular point in time. Notice he's only got 3... Sorry, this is his last standard shell. He should be reloading right now. He's not. Yes, he is. He started the reload. Good job. Oh, I've forgotten this entire game. He's journeying with Stats Fiend. He was right there in his T-29. I meant to mention that at the start of this game. It's been a long day and I forgot. I'm sorry, Stats. So he's firing into the weak point on the back of the VK. You just watch these shells. This is a dirty, dirty tank. Wow. Come on, I can't zoom out anymore apparently. There we go. There we go. We're gonna leave it there. Well done, Guard. Yeah. So if you want to know why this thing was OP, this is why. However, one thing you do have to remember. He's fired almost his entire mag. Like, almost every shell in the tank has left at this point in time. So be careful with your ammo consumption, okay? Okay. Yeah, let's just jump over and see what his battle results were. So, Ace Tanker, Spotter, Bruiser, Fire for Effect. Unfortunately, no epics, But still, he doesn't manage to earn a high caliber because, of course, he's not top on damage. But he's not far away from top on damage. And this thing does like 90 damage per shell, right? There we go. Try and get that to go away. 90 damage per shell. This is completely worth it. And because he was bottom tier in that, he earned a ton of experience. And 46 shells fired of his like 55. No, 56. My bad. So be careful with this thing. If you see them out in the wild, stay away from them unless you can point armor at them. They're very, very bad up close and personal, as you saw when he just unloaded on that poor VK. But yeah, so great game, Bob. Thank you so much for sending in. If you guys think this deserves an MVP, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of this kind of content, please subscribe. And all things, please thank the Patreons who are amazing. And without them, a bunch of the stuff wouldn't get done. So thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.